Well, how you do, buckaroos? I wasn't supposed to go live yet. Son of a biscuit. Got ahead of me, man. Like my nice backdrop there. I'm at an undisclosed location now. It is my living room. I had this fixed up perfect, but then it went wonky on me. And I was trying to fix the camera, and then all of a sudden it just went live. I must have accidentally hit it as I was trying to set the camera in my little funky thing I got going on here. So anyways, now that I've already the cat's already out of the bag, as it were. Let me see if I can figure out how to make this work, man. Shoot. Oh, biscuits. Anyways, there we go. And get the top of it there. There we go. Try to give the illusion that I'm there, even though the cat's already out of the bag. My fake green screen behind you there. Wow, so cheers. Whew, I'm tired. It's been a long day, but a nice one. I actually, for those of you that don't know, I work for a craft brewery, and I got to do my favorite part of the job today, which was do a tasting at Elkhorn Liquors in Garfield, Arkansas. Relatively new liquor store was hosting a great big steak cook-off out there. The owner, Gary, is eventually going to have a restaurant out there and all kinds of things. He raises his own meat, but today he had a steak cook-off out there, and it was fantastic. Had myself out there pouring Saddlebach beers. I work for Saddlebach, and then others were out there as well. There's a gentleman representing Core Brewery as well. We shared a table. But there was glasnost between beer guys, man. I ain't fighting with anybody, man. I think everybody does great beer. I don't know why everybody can't get along, but that's just me. So anyways, we did bring some of our bourbon vanilla porter out there. That's just an amazing beer. It's 10%. It's not barrel aged, but it does use Maker's Mark infused oak in it. And it's just a very nice beer. But I had just a little bit left in the growler, enough for about 2 glasses. So I did a video for one of my Facebook groups. I thought I'd do a live video for YouTube here. Trying to make you think I was at the pub, but obviously that ship has sailed. It's a very nice beer. I did a video where I was doing more talking about stuff than about the beer. But I did forget I was talking about some of the tasting or some of the notes. I mentioned some barley on the nose. I mentioned vanilla, I mentioned toffee, but I forgot to mention chocolate, because you do get a nice bit of chocolate as well. Funny thing about that tasting today, though, is that I gave this beer to a lot of people that swore they didn't like dark beers and didn't think they like anything this big at 10%. And I even had macro drinkers walk away thinking this is the best beer they ever had. And when I can do that, my day is complete. Now, will they quit drinking macros and buy this beer? The short answer is probably not. But the fact that they tasted it and liked it, hey, that's good for my heart, man. Oh, biscuits. Ah, biscuits. Anyways, whew, I'm tired. My Tourette's is going kind of nutso at the moment, so bear with me. So talking about stuff is what I do. I buckled the peer pressure, y'all. I said I wouldn't do this, and I did. I decided to play fantasy football this year. Well, back in about 97, I buckled to peer pressure for the first time and played fantasy football. But then I was transferred with the company I was with, so I really didn't focus on the league. And then I haven't played since 97, so it's been 20 years. I said I was never going to play fantasy football, and then I had a good friend asked me last year if I was going to play. I said no. And then they asked me again this year, and this year I got to meet, over the course of the year, I got to meet some of the other guys that are in the league, and really got to like a lot of these guys. I buckled to peer pressure this year and said, oh, well, what the hell. It's not a big buy-in. It's only a $20 buy-in, so... It's a winner-take-all league, but the loser, last place finish, has to pay the entry fee for the second place finisher. So my goal is just to not end up in last place. I'm not going to try to win the damn thing, because quite frankly, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. And I know a little bit about football. I mean, I've watched football over the years, guys, but I'm more of a baseball guy. So, and although I know a certain amount of players that are out there, I know I'm going to be lost in the draft. But hey, I'm just going to grab the players that I can and try to get some of the names that I recognize and hope not to end up in last place. and now I've got an excuse to watch football and drink beer all year. Not that I necessarily need one, but say, honey, it's the league. I gotta watch this game. Anyways, I'll probably Frank. You've seen my buddy Frank. I've done some videos with him. He's the one. I think he's the one hosting the league. But anyways, through him and a lot of his friends. So I'll probably see most of the games at Frank's house, which actually my wife might like to get me out of the house on Sundays and she can just relax. And she likes to watch old corny westerns. That's kind of her thing. See, for me, my dad watched every western known to man. So I mean, I've seen every episode of every western ever made. We watched them when I was a kid when they were first run shows. Watched every rerun, but now she likes to watch these same shows. So I mean, for me, it's a. Well, what do the kids say? Come in. Come in now. Anyways. Biscuits. So anyways, I did. I bowed to peer pressure. I don't typically bow to peer pressure, but I did this time. I just wanted to be one of the guys, man. And I think they only invited me because I'm one of the only Anglo friends, so I think I'm just the token white guy in the league. I have to make sure Frank sees this video. I think they only invited me because hey Frank, you need to get that white guy so we got some diversity. Anyways, hey man, football and Mexican food, I'm down. Tom, that was politically incorrect and possibly insensitive. My bad. All right, I'm going to Frank's for carnitas, man. Oh shit. Biscuits and gravy. Now, see, I've had a couple of these. This is my second one as a porter, but I'm so tired that I'm getting punchy besides, and whew, there's no telling what I'm going to say next. So anyways, I am proud to be the only white guy in the league. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's other white guys. I'm just making a joke, y'all. Some people are so sensitive. Some people are so sensitive. They're mostly Mexicans, but I assume some of them are nice people. Because that's what I heard in Donald Trump speeches. There's good and bad people on both sides. No, Donald. The folks wearing the white hoods with the eye holes, those aren't good people. I don't think you understand how this works, Donald.
You need to explain that you've been friends with
My wife's over here shaking her head. You need to explain that you and Frank have been good friends for over 20 years. Yes, we have. This is what he likes about me.
You mean we're going to be good friends.
Oh, shit, a brick. And the league that I referred to back in '97 was Frank's too. That I did it the first time. This is the first time I've done fantasy football in 20 years. Bowing to peer pressure. I really love this beer. I got to tell you, it's just one of my favorite beers of all time. And I'm not saying that because I work for the brewery. I mean, I've said great things about this beer before I started working for the brewery, but I just love this beer. Those that know me knows I love a big beer like this. I love everything barrel aged. Some may say, why isn't this, why they call it bourbon barrel aged? What do they call it? I'm sorry, they don't call it bourbon. Why they call it vanilla bourbon porter and not a stout? Well, it's their beer. You can the owner can name it anything he wants. I think the biggest difference is that it contains, or that it just uses malted barley and doesn't. Whereas typically, a stout has more of a mouthfeel and that uses the roasted barley or black barley in many cases, whereas this is just a nice, smooth, dark beer. I will say, having watched this be brewed, that they are rather generous with the maker's mark in this in the oak. Last year, after they had some batches, I was able to take some of those the oak spirals that they used in one particular batch, and I took them home and smoked some pork with them. Oh my gosh, wow. That was orgasmic, man. It was beautiful. No, I did. I remember I did a pork butt, and then I did a brisket with him, and the brisket was just woo. So I was gone all day on a Saturday, and I'm typically home most Saturdays. So our three cats have become very needy. We have three cats, and they're all 10 years old because we had them all about the same time. They were all cats that were abandoned, that they were kittens, and so we just kind of took them in. But now they're 10 years old and very needy, yeah. I've only got one that's actually a lap cat. The rest of the other two will get close to you, but they don't necessarily want to snuggle on you. I got this one, though, that wants to be right on top of me about all the time. And now, but we were gone all day today, and now they act like they haven't seen me in a week. So I don't know, maybe it was a week in cat years. However long the distance was, they've been really needy just on top of me ever since I've been home. So anyway, so cheers to you all. I've been trying to, didn't mean to talk quite this long. Probably got another 5 minutes before I can finish this beer, though. It's not one you pound, folks. Well, some might. I don't get that whole chugging good craft beer thing. Hey, I got this 10% Imperial IPA that cost me $10 a bottle. Now I'm going to chug it in 5 seconds just to show how tough I am. I'm a man. No, you're an idiot. You just took a very good beer and didn't appreciate a damn thing. Because you're an idiot. Tom, how do you know what I appreciate? I could taste it. No, you couldn't. You could take a whole lobster tail, rip it out your shell, and shove it down your throat. Now, you may have got a couple flavors, but you didn't appreciate the whole tail. So don't tell me you appreciate the whole damn beer, because I know you didn't. Anyways, I like fucking with people. It's kind of what I do. Tom, you're being controversial. I know, it's kind of my thing. Anyways, Tom, you've lost control of video. I know, man. You like that bar scene in the back, don't you? That's nice. Yeah, I know. It's just a picture. It's changed. Did it change on me?
Maybe not.
Sometimes it changes on me, and I don't know. Anyways, my wife's over here messing with me. Remember the days when they wouldn't let women in bars? I'd pretend this is a bar and kick that chick out. Anyways. I just got the look, man. Y'all ever get the look? I can't do it justice, but it's kind of like she's got her glasses down like this. The disapproving look. Y'all, your wife's ever give you that look? Look like you ain't gonna see anything good in a while, brother. Anyways, damn. So I keep referring back to that old Ron White line. I had the right to remain silent. I just didn't have the ability to. So I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. So hey, if anybody's out there watching me, maybe you can help me, because I am not tech savvy at all. So there used to, if all of y'all on YouTube, I assume if you're watching me, whoever has a YouTube channel that may or may not be watching me. So I can't find, I used to get on YouTube and you have the video manager. So I go to the video manager, but now it doesn't pull up. It used to say home in my channel, and now it just says home, and I can't find the video manager page. So if anybody can kindly direct me to how to find that sumbitch, I would greatly appreciate it, because they're irritating the snot out of me. Well, when shit changes and I can't figure it out, that bugs me, man. That shit inflames my ass, I'll tell you that right now. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. Baboon ass and all. BeerVangelist. Prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, man.
Idiot extraordinaire.
All around good guy. $10 if somebody turns this video in. So he says some rather inappropriate things in this video. I've been turned in a couple times from some whiny jackasses. Of course, they never have the guts to tell you because they're whiny jackasses. It's always the same candy asses that say they don't like political correctness that seem to get their panties in a bunch over something. Those are the guys I always seem to offend, the folks that think you shouldn't be offended by anything. What they mean is you shouldn't be offended by anything they say, but they're going to get pissed off about everything you say that's contrary to what they believe. Because they're whiny jackasses. Anyways. See, I thought I was done, and then I wasn't. One last time. One more time with feeling. Biscuits. I am Tony Beer Whisperer. BeerVangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, man. Biscuits and gravy, that's a good beer. All around good guy.